Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the dragon. So welcome back to Karmic Wednesdays, because of course the dragon is a karmic sign. The positive of the karmic signs, the snake being the negative, which we will be doing after this video. So if you are interested, make sure you hit that subscribe button and we will see you there after this one. But let's get this one out of the way first, shall we? So let's get this shuffled up. You'll have to forgive me because I do shuffle with my eyes closed. Case in point. So it's not always graceful. So let's give these a shuffle up and see how you guys are doing. Let's stop about there. We'll take that one from the bottom. We'll take that one from the middle. We'll take that one from the top. What have we got? Oh, we got two blacks and a white. So we got two negatives. Not always a bad thing. Black isn't always an attack. White isn't always all right. It all depends on the compatibilities of the cards when we flip them over. But starting off with those two negatives this early on, I mean, it's not looking great for the rest of the week, even if we do have a positive one here. It's not all, doom and gloom. It just means things could be better right now. So let's find out why. Catalyst card. Things have changed. Things have changed. Things have, maybe not necessarily gone the way you wanted them to. Don't get me wrong, that boar is compatible with a dragon. They're quite good friends. They do go together really well. But it's a catalyst card. Things have changed. It's a slow catalyst card. Things haven't really panned out the way you wanted them to. Patience is wearing thin. Getting agitated. A bit frustrated. I think right now it's hard for you to be honest with yourself. You're trying to juggle too much and you keep telling yourself everything's okay and that you can do it. So say, you're quite committed to your work. You're quite passionate when it comes to the things you believe in. You're a very dedicated person to those you care about. But if you take on too much and you spread yourself too thin, anytime something changes, something kind of slows down or quickens pace, you're going to be thrown out of, the loop because you're so regimented right now with everything that you've got going on. I think right now things in the background are becoming rather slow and I guess in some ways frustrating because you want things to start moving forward. That means that you can move forward. If things move forward, you can progress. If things move forward, you can achieve different things, better things, and get to where you want to get to, rather than watching everybody else getting where they're getting to, and you being held, or at least feeling as if you're being held back. The pig's not a bad card. It's not a bad catalyst for you, and you're quite well with, adapting with the change, moving with the change, just overcoming overall obstacles that are manifested through change. However, it doesn't mean you're going to do it quietly. It doesn't mean that it's not going to offend you in some way. And unfortunately, when dragons get upset, we know what happens, don't we? Especially when it is emotional stuff. So we got some emotional stuff going on at the same time here. So that tiger, again, relatively compatible for a dragon. We've got two compatible cards, realistically. The pig and the tiger. There's nothing really bad towards dragon people when you look at these cards. But what the cards actually represent here is we've got a change in something which is now making an emotional, I suppose in some ways, hiccup, an obstacle. You're feeling a little bit down and out about it. I suppose in some ways it's because you don't know which direction to look. When you're at a crossroads and you don't know which way you're supposed to be going, you don't know which way to turn, so you just kind of stand there. That's kind of like where you're at. And things are going to have to change. You know that you're going to have to make a move. You're going to have to pick left, right, or whatever. You're going to have to make a move and make that decision. But it's emotionally hard. It is hard to know what you're going to do. Should you stay? Should you go? Should you fight? Should you submit? What is the plan here? And misunderstandings may start to result right now. I mean, I think miscommunication is a big thing as well. I think you're being forced to take a back seat, which isn't great either, because you're used to doing all the driving. And now all of a sudden, somehow you have to compromise and you have to negotiate and you've given up the driver's seat. So you're just sitting in the passenger seat getting frustrated with the way that things are being run or the way that things are being driven or the direction you're going in. I mean, you're very forgiving as a person. So I think you can forgive those around you that may have put you here unintentionally, but potentially you have put yourself here in some shape or form because you've taken a wrong turn yourself, got lost, and now you've had to basically do what you need to do to get over it or overcome it. Emotionally, you're going to do what you need to do to overcome that. You know, if it was a mental thing, then you would think and you would use your mind to try and figure it out. If it was a physical thing, you'd get hands on and you would, you know, get that issue sorted, that mess cleaned up, that problem solved. But emotionally, this could be incredibly difficult for you. Emotionally, right now, as that catalyst starts to make changes, you could be left on your arse, basically. And if you're not prepared for that, it is going to hurt more. It is going to upset you more. It is going to be more frustrating. I mean, we do have that positive card to look forward to. Of course we do. But we can't rely on that right now when we know that there's a catalyst card instigating change and it's going to affect us emotionally. And the last thing you need is a dragon that's upset, who's wanting to burn down bridges, and that's what you do. That's what you do. I don't want to upset you by saying it, but realistically, what a dragon will do is get offended, potentially because they didn't get their own way, and just burn the bridge down anyway, and be all destructive. We have a catalyst card again now, so we've got this change happening all around the place, and I think in the senses, or in the sense of catalyst cards, that rabbit is a better one, because I think things are now going to start moving quite rapidly. Rabbits and dragons are actually quite compatible. In fact, dragons are compatible with all these signs here. They're compatible with the pig, compatible with the tiger, compatible with the rabbit. But we're looking at what those cards represent. So right now, not only are we compatible, so that it's not all bad, and you're very much you're not out your depth. You're not out of your depth. You're doing well. You're making things work. You're adapting, and I suppose in some ways rising to the challenge. But we've got those catalyst cards here, and they're going to cause a little bit of a hiccup and a problem, because as you start to change and adapt and get used to the ways of one thing, things are then going to change and start happening in a different way. That rabbit is also fast change. It comes in quicker than that pig. So maybe right now things are going to change a lot faster, which again is going to make you uncomfortable, because you can't win with you dragon people. If things happen too quickly, it's not good enough. You haven't had time to prepare, you haven't had a chance to organise, and you weren't ready. If things happen too slow, then you get agitated, you lose patience, and you get frustrated because you're waiting around doing nothing. I think the best catalyst card for you in some senses is that sheep, because it comes in quick, it comes in aggressive, it packs a punch, and you can deal with that shock to the system a lot better than you can with the pig and the rabbit. Don't get me wrong, dragons are quite good at adapting and flowing with the change of things. I just think right now it's the emotional hiccup that's the problem. I think the biggest issue is this tiger that's coming in, because I think right now it's going to put you on the attack. It's going to make you feel, what's the word, I suppose, defensive, and you're going to be on the defensive because your heart is at stake. And when your heart is at stake, you've got two choices. Hide behind a wall, bottle away your feelings, protect yourself, don't express, just suppress, and hope it all goes away in the end. Or express yourself, talk about it, be expressive, just, be considerate to some degree, but just don't hold back. Just don't have that kind of thought process of, I better not say that because it might offend someone. No, say it and then see if it offends someone. Don't assume, just do. I think that tiger is your biggest hiccup there, because I think emotionally you guys are feeling a little bit down and distraught. That might be a heavy word, actually, distraught. I just think really you're feeling it emotionally, and it is heavy, and it can be hard, or it could get harder. I think this white rabbit is actually quite a good sign, because it's going to take you out of that phase. As the week goes on, as we come near the end of the week, you're going to be taken out of that phase. But where it's going to put you, although you feel good about coming out of it, you don't know where you're going to end up. You could end up being dumped in something that just in some ways makes things worse, and things do become worse. We'll find out, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. I'll be back one more time today with a reading for you guys born in the year of the snake, that second karmic sign. If I don't see you then, I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, my lovely dragon peoples, and anybody else who was interested. Love and peace.